Hi guys, this is Mrs. Spence, and I wanted to give you a little bit of background information, jumping into our first real big collaborative project. And before I do that, I want to fill in my new math students. If you're not in my homeroom, you might not have heard this yet, but every student that walks through my door, I want them to be an active adventurer. And there's about 10 things, there's a list at the front of my room that go through and talk about what an active adventurer is and some of the sort of mottos or rules that they follow by. Today we're just going to focus on one that has a lot to do with our project, and I'll be making short videos kind of going through and letting you know what those other 9 things are. But jumping to the one we're going to be talking about today, I'm going to scroll down here. Active adventurers, well, thinking about the word active, it means that you're not just sitting around watching the world go on around you, but you're doing things, always doing things. And an adventurer is someone who goes on adventures and does things that they've never done before. And so a big thing that I want my active adventurers to do when they walk in my classroom is to be unafraid of exploring the unknown. So that doesn't necessarily mean, I know my homeroom knows that I really love to travel, and so that's sort of part of this, but exploring the unknown also has to do with, when you get a question in front of you and you're not exactly sure what to do, we're not just going to give up. We're going to use those problem-solving skills like we have been the past couple of days to see what we do know and how can we take this unknown question and sort of tackle it and figure it out. And so part of exploring the unknown is going to begin today, where we are going to start our trip around the world. And so you will have already received a passport. A passport is something that you need in order to travel to other countries. You take it to the airport, have to have it with you, otherwise they will not let you get on the plane. And the officers at the airport look to make sure that it's actually you, and it's not somebody pretending to be you. And then when you travel to a new place, they give you a stamp in your passport that kind of records where you're going and when you're going. So you're going to keep that passport all year long, and you'll receive stamps as we travel to different countries. So let me see here, slideshow from beginning. All right, so we are starting our journey. We will be flying to a small country in Africa called Senegal. So here you can see the map of Africa. Senegal is a very small little country right on the coast, so it is on the water. And where in the world is that? Well, if you look at this world map, here you can see this is the United States, and Pennsylvania is right about there. So if we were going to fly to Senegal, we'd have to fly across the Atlantic Ocean and the whole way down to Senegal, which you can see there would cost, right now I looked up a plane ticket, would cost about $1,200 to fly there and to get back. That includes getting there and coming back. The trip is 4,150 miles from Pennsylvania, so it's pretty long ways. And if we were going to fly there without stopping, it would take about 22 hours on a plane. That's almost an entire day that you'd be stuck on a plane traveling to Senegal. All right, so why are we going to Senegal? What does this project have to do with math and what we've been learning? Well, Senegal is one country in Africa. There's a couple. There's actually a lot. But it's one country in Africa, along with others, that actually they make toys from recyclable materials rather than throwing them away. So this has a lot to do with our ELA module, but you will see how I'm going to connect math later. But unlike where we live, those that live in Senegal, they're not, the children that live there and the parents that live there, they're not able to go to the store. They don't have money to buy fidget spinners and Pokemon cards and PlayStations and all the toys that we might be used to having and playing with at home. So the kids have to be creative, which is our character trait of the month. They collect different materials out of the trash, and they make their own toys to play with. So there you can see a picture made out of a simple probably a milk jug or something similar, and some wheels made out of who knows what, and we got some sticks for the axles there. So I'm just going to show you a couple of pictures of some different toys that have been made in Senegal, so you can kind of get an idea of how creative they really are. Look at that. That is incredibly creative, and I'm sure the wheels probably do spin. It's made out of recycled tin cans, wire, and rubber flip-flops. So probably flip-flops that had broken. Instead of throwing them away, they used them to create a toy. There we have an insect made out of recycled steel and copper wire, wood and plastic. Pretty cool. Here we have another pretty fancy car, again made out of tin cans, wire, and rubber and plastic. There we have a bicycle. Pretty cool. All right, and that's all I have for you as far as pictures, but there are some things that I want you to do. As we travel around the world, in order to get your stamp in your passport, I'm going to be giving you a worksheet, and I want you to be able to show me on a map where that country is. So if you need to rewind that to find the world map that I went through, you can do that. I want you to also learn a little bit about their culture. And then we're going to be connecting our project to math. And what I want you to do, and you can start to think about it, is we're going to take a bunch of recyclable materials that I've already collected and that you might be able to bring in from home, and we're going to create our own toys. So you can start to think about that. But what I'd like you to do now is go into the Google Classroom, and I want you to watch, there's one video that I posted. No, I'm sorry, there's 2 videos. I'd like you to watch, let's go to Google Classroom right now, actually, so I don't get confused. All right, here's Language Arts. Whoop. I did post these videos. Oh, that's because we're in math class, Mrs. Spence. Whoops. Here we go. All right. All right, so I would actually like you to watch video 1, and you're just going to see kids about your age actually making toys from recyclable materials. They're speaking in another language, probably whatever they speak there in Senegal. Sorry about that. But that's okay. You don't really need to understand what they're saying. I just want you to see these kids actually being creative and making things from these recyclable materials. And we're going to stop there for today. After you watch that video, I want you to click on this webpage, and I want you to explore and record on your worksheet some things that you learned about Senegal. There's tons of different options. I'm going to open it up here. Tons of different things that you can click on, some videos that you can watch, some things that you can read and learn about the country in Africa called Senegal. And I hope you are as excited about this as I am. It should be a really cool project. And we won't get to building today, but we will soon, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with. All right, thanks for listening.